All right, friends, we are going to start today by reviewing some of those trick words that you had trouble with when we read our story the other day, okay? So let's practice reading these trick words. What is this word? Now. This word is now. What is this word?
New.
New. Sometimes our brains get these mixed up because they both have very similar letters, so you really have to pay attention to the vowel. All right, so let's read this one again.
Now.
And new. Excellent job. All right, what is this word?
Would.
Would and
Could.
what do you notice about these words? What do you notice?
The two letters are just like switched up.
Okay, well, they're maybe not switched up, but Audrey, what do you?
The first letter of the thing it just changed it.
Oh, you're right. So the rest of the word is the same. It's the first two letters. And so that way when we see O-U-L-D, we should know anything in front of it, we just say that sound, and the rest is ud, would, could, should, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I got mixed up with fall and fell.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. We have to pay attention to the vowel. What's this word?
Said.
Said. Very good. And our last one? Some. Now, I will tell you that sometimes when we read this word, it doesn't come out that way when you're reading it in a sentence. So we're going to make sure that we read those carefully. Let's go through and read them one. I did, didn't I? Let's go ahead and read them one more time.
Now.
See, I told you. What is it, Katie?
Now.
Good.
New.
New.
Would.
Could. Said.
Some.
Very good. And we will continue practicing those. All right. Now, in the story that you all read, we practiced some phrases. So usually you're used to 3-word phrases. In the pen or at the house. You practice 3-word phrases. So we are going to do some of those that we struggled with the other day. So I'm going to read this to you the way that it should be read. I don't want to read one word at a time. I want to scoop it. Watch. Some hubcaps. You do it. Some hubcaps. Do you know what hubcaps are? Hubcaps are like wheels on a car. They used to be plastic. Now most of them aren't plastic, but that's what a hubcap is.
The first one.
And what do you notice about that first one?
We just
Yeah, we just talked about it. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Listen again. Some hubcaps. Now you do it.
Some hubcaps.
Okay, what is this word? Caps. Make sure you say the p sound. All right, now watch me do this one. Notice this has more words, and sometimes we get a little mixed up. Was one of thanks. Now you do it. Was one of thanks. Do it again.
Was
one of thanks. This is going to be a tough word because it's got that A-N-K-S. All right. A junk box. You do it. A junk box. Very good. And this one's a tough one because these all look very familiar. Think that things. You do it with me. Think that things. Very good. All right, Katie. They do, THs. Can you read this for me and scoop it as you do it?
Some hubcaps.
Good. Can you scoop it with your finger?
Some hubcaps.
Very good. Can you read this one?
Was one of things.
Ooh, nice scooping.
A junk box.
Very good. And?
Think that things.
Very good. Let's try that one again.
Think that things.
Very good. All right, and you are going to see those again today. All right, one of our words that you just had is this word right here.
Think.
This word is think. Very good. So when you see the word think, I'm going to ask you some questions about it. All right. So in the word think, what 2 letters say?
TH.
TH. Very good. In the word think, what 3 letters say ink?
ING. Wait, no, INK.
Oh, you got to pay close attention to it. Okay. In the word think, what do the letters TH say? In the word think, what do the 3 letters INK say?
Wait, no.
Listen, in the word think, what do the 3 letters INK say? Ink. Very good. Now, I want you to say think.
Think.
Say think again, but change INK to ING.
Down. Think.
Thing. So I said change INK to I-N-G. So what's my new word?
Thing. Wait.
Thing. Thing. You really have to pay attention to that glued sound, okay? All right. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to hand you our booklet, and you are going to practice reading the phrases that we just worked on your own.
Is that what I was?
Yep, you're just going to read them. So I'm going to set your timer for 3 minutes, and you're going to read all the way down column 1 and then come back to column 2. Practice using your fingers to scoop. You may begin. You're going to do it quietly in your brain. Okay, all right, that gave you 1 minute just to kind of get your brains warmed up. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice reading each of, what?
Some of these actually have, look, that one, and that one.
We just practiced them, didn't we? All right, put your fingers under that top row, that top column. Let's go ahead and read that. Let's not use our bracelet, okay? Let's use our finger to scoop. Ready? Let's read it together. Was a man in the bank, did not think, some hubcaps, had tin cans, a sink to sell, Hank hung up the pink shells, had no cash, a junk box in the tank, this sad song, think that things for his junk, lug his things, was one of thanks. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to introduce you to is longer phrases. Now, here's the deal. When we read longer phrases, they're not just 3 or 4 words. This time, it's 2 small phrases put together. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to scoop a longer phrase to make it sound more like we're talking, okay? So I want you to follow with your finger, not your mouth, but your finger, and I am going to read these the way that you should read them, okay? Listen carefully. You follow with your finger. Had no gas in the tank. Got him some cash too. Who was down on his luck. No longer a sad one. Hank hung up for sale. Would get much better. Could sell his things there. Met his friend Ben. He also had tin cans. Sad song did not help. Okay, so notice how these are some of the phrases we just read. We just what? We put them together, right, to make a longer phrase. Yes, ma'am.
But when 10 cans, that sounds like you have 10.
You're right, but we would say 10 instead of 10. This is more like a tin can. Yep, a tin can. Yep. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 3 minutes. And what you guys are going to do is practice reading those on your own. And then I'm going to have you partner read, okay? So just get your brains right with those.
I'm going to read.
That's fine. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to practice reading those with our partner. So, Katie, you're going to start on this row. I want you to read all of those in this column, and then you're going to start over here and you're going to read all of those, and then what we'll do is we'll switch so everybody has practice, okay? So you go ahead and start.
Had no gas in the tank.
Can you read that one more time and make it smooth?
Had no gas in the tank.
Perfect.
Gets himself.
Okay.
Got himself some
Okay, there's no self. Remember that word we practiced? Try that again.
Got him some cash too. Who was down on his luck.
Good, read that one more time.
Who was down on his luck.
Very good.
No longer a sad one. Hung, wait, no.
Hank. Hung.
Up for sale. Hang up, wait.
Hank hung up for sale.
Hank hung up for sale.
Good job. All right.
Will get much better. Could sell his things there. Could sell his things there.
Good job.
Meet his friend Bill.
Okay, let's try that one again. This is not
Meet
meet.
his friend Ben.
That's not meet. That's met.
Met his friend Ben.
Uh-huh.
He also had tin can. Sad song did not help.
Good. Try that one more time.
Sad song did not help.
Very good. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take some of the ones that we had trouble with today, and I'm going to make, just like we did, some cards. And tomorrow when we get together, we're going to go over those and make sure that we can read them with that correct fluency. So now, as we end our time, what you are going to do is practice reading. We just want all the practice we can get. You're going to go back to this page and read these two sections of words. You're going to go back to this page and read these two sections of words. And then when you finish, you'll go and practice reading your short phrases. And then you'll practice reading your long phrases, okay? So you're going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to make sure that you are reading them correctly. You may begin.